Hi, everyone. I'm just giving everyone a minute. Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you? Good, how are you? So
I'm,
excited to be here with you.
I know, I'm so excited to talk all things registry. I'm
Me
looking
too.
to get Dr. Tan on from EllaOla, so just one second.
Oh, I see that she's joined.
There we go, just invited her. Um, so while everyone is joining the live, feel free. Hi, Dr. Tan, how are you?
Hi
Oh,
guys, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good.
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you great. I am so
Perfect.
excited to dive into all of those products.
Me too. They're
They're here
so
for you.
pretty also. And like it looks
Yeah,
just so nice and beautiful.
Oh,
so inviting.
thank you.
So,
It's nice
well,
to meet
everyone's
y'all.
so nice to see you all. It's so fun to get to chat with you guys about registry. But while everyone is joining, just like a couple quick housekeeping items. So, for those of you who are on, we're going to be chatting all things registry today, talking about our must have registry items, things that we definitely think you should add to your registry. And we'd love to hear from you too. So, feel free to share in the chat your must have items or things that you have on your registry. We're also running a very fun contest or giveaway. So if you actually email social@nanit.com with a link to your baby registry, we will be selecting one winner and you're going to win a Nanit. Make sure you have it on your registry, as well as some EllaOla products, which we'll be chatting all about. So don't forget to email us social@nanit.com. So before we kind of dive in, do we want to just go around and introduce ourselves and then we can start talking about all the fun stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Who wants to start? Dale, do you want to start?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Dale. I am one half of Sweats in the City, and I'm 27 weeks pregnant. And I got connected to Nanit because and EllaOla because I came out, with my pregnancy, and I very big on recommendations, our platform, products, services, and I'm thinking about my registry and putting together my nursery and all that. So with the help of Nanit and EllaOla, putting together some amazing products, and I'm so excited to share with you guys my favorites. And yeah.
Perfect. Dr. Tan, what about you?
Great. Yes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And on behalf of EllaOla, Dale, congratulations on your pregnancy.
Thank you.
And thanks, Melanie and Nanit, for having us here today. My name is Dr. Jen Tan. I'm a board-certified pediatric dermatologist. And I currently work in private practice, but I'm also on faculty at Harvard Medical School and at Massachusetts General Hospital Department of Dermatology. I'm honored to be one of the founding dermatologists and also advisory board members for EllaOla. And I'm also the mother of two. I have a 2-year-old and a 3-month-old. So I'm very familiar with the registry process as well as baby products.
Awesome. And I'm Melanie Bond. I'm the director of community here at Nanit, and I am the mom to an 8-month-old baby girl. So I feel like we have a great representation of all different types of views, especially Dr. Tan, you're a mother of two, so you really know what you need. And then I feel like I have an idea of like year one. And then Dale, love your perspective, especially as you build the registry, because it can be such an overwhelming experience. I don't know if you felt that way.
I mean, I think I talked to 50 friends and family members to go over the registry list to make sure I had everything, things that I didn't need, that were pointless, that people bought that were like a waste of money, things that people wish they knew they needed, things for mom that a lot of people don't think of the mom sometimes.
Oh.
And there was just, so I've been hearing a lot, and there's some common threads between a lot of people. And then there's people have their differences, but it's really been interesting and a lot.
Yes. Well, let's get into it. I'd love to hear kind of what are you hearing as the common theme of things that you must have on your registry?
Yeah, so there's so many different categories. Of course, the Nanit. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Every parent wants to make sure that they can see what's going on in the nursery. There's so many features, recordings, whether it's the safety moments, whether it's the funny moments. I know my sister always sends me the funny moments that she records for her children. And even this morning, she told me a funny story, and I was like, oh, I wish you got that on video. And she's like, I did. And it was so special that she could share that with me. And then, of course, EllaOla is on my registry for skincare products. You want to make sure that you're giving your child, of course, the top quality, safe products. And not to mention, they're so pretty, like putting on your, if you have a topper. And then another big one I'm hearing a lot is the Duna, which is a car seat that converts into a stroller. So it seems to be the on-the-go travel stroller, not your main stroller, but great for running errands or traveling. And then there's also a clothes, of course, which I've heard like Kite Baby's awesome. And you just kind of want anything with zippers in the middle of the night when you're changing diapers. No one wants to put snaps on or button things up. You want it easy. And then another thing that I hear a lot is just products for moms. So Frida Baby is a great resource. So when you're recovering after the hospital, whether it's a C-section or, you know, regular vaginal birth, there's a lot of products out there that are necessary, and putting that on the registry and making sure they have, you know, their robes and all that. So those are some common themes I've seen.
Yes. So I have the Duna, was just using it today when I had to run out for an errand with my little one. And it is so easy, and it's really nice, especially when you're just like popping into a store, because you can just, the car seat just literally turns into a stroller. So love it. I of course love the Nanit. I can't turn I wish I could turn my camera, because on my computer, which is, I'm in my office right now, my daughter's napping in the other room, and I have her pulled up on my computer as well. So I'm like, I can see her at all times. Like I can see her on my phone. We have the app available on your computer now, on your Mac computer, which I think is awesome. I use my iPad. So I love being able to see her while I'm doing other things. And I feel like our product makes it so easy for you to do that. And then, of course, all of the features that you mentioned, I didn't even realize before I had my daughter, all of the features that Nanit has that I would rely on. And my favorite one, I tell everyone this, is, and Dale, you'll probably love this after you have your baby, but being able to know the last time that they woke up. So when they woke up from their last nap, when they woke up in the morning, especially when they're little and they're napping so much throughout the day, you think that you'd be like, oh, I'll remember when they woke up. You do not remember. Like 5 minutes goes by and you're like, wait, what time is it? How long have they been awake for? Oh my gosh, when are they supposed to nap again? So for me, that is so helpful, because it does it automatically. I don't have to remember to write something down or note it in my phone. So that has been so helpful for me. And then obviously when people are taking care of her, they can have access to it right on their phone, or they use our iPad, and they have everything that they need right there, which is great. What are my other favorite products? One thing, I think I mentioned this before. Dale, I don't know if you have this on your registry. I might recommend that you add it. But one of the electric nail filers for infants, because let me tell you, you do not want to try to file their nails, especially when they're so little. And oh my God, their little nails are the cutest things ever. But I remember that was like a huge like trigger for me. I was so nervous to do it, and I didn't want to upset her and make her cry. And those little nail filers are just like worth, I think they're like $15 or $20, but they're worth it because it makes it so much easier.
And you can get them on Amazon. I've seen them.
Yes.
That's great. Good
Yes.
They come out with really long nails, and they can scratch themselves. So I know at the
They
beginning you have
do.
like little mitts, and that totally makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna get that for sure.
Dr. Tan, would love to hear from you. Let's hear from you're the veteran parent here. You know everything, I'm sure. So what do we need to know?
I love your registry ideas, Dale. I mean, I think you're on the right track. I also do have a Duna, and my 2-year-old was, she is quite big. So she outgrew it pretty quickly, like within like 6 months or so, but some kids can stay in it for, over a year, which is fantastic. And you had mentioned the Kite Baby line, which has like phenomenal sleep sacks, I think, to pair with your Nanit use. I have both my girls in a Kite Baby right now. I think that they're, they're super soft, and also pretty warm at night, and they come in different weights. My first baby registry was like pretty extensive, and now for the second one around, I was pretty much simplified it into like 4 things that are I think about it as like the 4 S's for surviving parenthood. And the first S would definitely be like around sleep. And I think the Nanit is like absolutely every, you know, every parent really needs this. This is a super secure system, so you can feel safe about, you know, having the video captured. And then also as a working parent, you know, to being able to receive alerts throughout the day and kind of check in on your nanny or your child caregiver, or even your husband if he's, you know, checking on the baby at night to actually make sure he showed up and did it. I think that that's super helpful. And also having the look back feature, I think, is really nice to just remember, you know, how they were when they woke up. So that's kind of my sleep, one of the 4 S's. The other S I would say would be sustenance. And so this is like baby sustenance. I can't live without my Willow. It's one of the portable electric wearable breast pumps. And I was just actually, after I just finished seeing patients, I was in the room pumping just before this. But it makes it so easy. I mean, even if you're on the run or driving, you don't have to worry about like pumping extensions. My third S is swaddle. And I don't know if you guys use the Happiest Baby swaddle at all, but I was never so good with like actually, you know, kind of moving around all of the different pieces of a extensive swaddle. And so with this Happiest Baby, you can just kind of Velcro them in and then zip them up. And it does work well with the SNU if you end up choosing to go that route. And then my last S for survival is definitely skincare products, as you can imagine, as a pediatric dermatologist. And, you know, when we have time, I'd love to dive into kind of the details of some of the EllaOla products and why that they're important not only throughout all of childhood and infancy, but you can also use them during pregnancy. I used a number of our products during pregnancy and found that it really helped with skincare and prevention of stretch marks.
That's amazing. Yeah, I would love to hear, let's talk a little bit more about the skincare, because I think this is something, at least for me, when I was building my registry, Dale, like you mentioned, I didn't think about anything for me. I was only thinking about the baby. I didn't really register for any of the postpartum care, and I needed all of that. So it was stuff that I ended up ordering in the hospital when I got home. And then also when it came to the baby, in terms of skincare, it wasn't something that I did as much research on. That, like, looking back, I wish I did more research. So for all of our, you know, viewers who are here who are building their registry, you know, what are some things that they should be thinking about when they're looking for, you know, skincare for their little ones?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, there's so many different products in the market, and just, you know, being a parent alone is overwhelming enough. And then when you see all the different products, it's confusing to know like what ingredients are safe for your child, what is something that you can use on even the youngest of infants. And I think that actually the confusion of all of the products on the market is what fostered the development of EllaOla. And the founders, you know, really saw that there was a lack of products in this arena, especially of organic based products that follow kind of good safety standards. And so, you know, I've been really lucky to be involved with EllaOla since the very beginning. So the founders actually partnered a group of pediatric dermatologists from Harvard with some of the best in the industry scientists, and we got together and really kind of like paired through the evidence-based literature about like what is safe to put on your child, and also wanted to design a skincare line that was free of preservatives and major allergens, you know, and was organically based. And so that's how the EllaOla line actually came to be. And what's nice about our products is that a lot of these are not only science-backed, but the ingredients that are used are really incredibly high quality ingredients that meet that have been kind of verified by the Environmental Working Group. We also have the eczema, National Eczema Association stamp of approval, and are really have the USDA organic seal of approval, which means that they've kind of gone through the most rigorous testing standards. And these products are here. I have them like right in front of me here, but you need kind of all of them, I would say, for approach to baby care, because there is, it's important, like from the additives that you're using in the bath water to the creams and moisturizers that you're using on their face and on their body. It's super important during the first year of life. You know, our skin is our largest organ, right? And it's a very active organ in terms of having like a lot of immunity. And so as their immune system is developing in the first year of life, the things that you're putting on should be incredibly safe. So a lot of the products are based with organic plant-based oils. They also have prebiotics in them, so help to nourish a healthy microbiome. And a lot of the creams can actually leave the skin hydrated for up to 72 to 96 hours. As a pediatric dermatologist, I would still tell you, you need to moisturize every single day, but it's nice to know that you have that extra protection when life gets a little crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I was going to say, do you recommend bringing any products like to the hospital? Because I heard that kids can very quickly get rashes and stuff at the hospital. And I was just curious if there's anything that we should bring in our hospital bags.
Yeah, great question. So, you know, during hospitalization, your baby will probably have their first bath, which is usually a sponge type bath because they still have the umbilical stump attached. And during those first few days, you know, a lot of skin to skin contact is really important for, you probably heard about that after delivery, because you really want to help that healthy microbiome really develop. And that's the good bacteria that helps to prevent infections and other complications in the skin. And I would recommend just like a very gentle moisturizer during that time. I'd say out of all of the products, our Soothing Baby Face Cream is probably the most hydrating moisturizer. So can you see it here okay? And what's really interesting about this, about the Baby Face Moisturizing Cream, is that it's actually packaged in this kind of like vacuum proofed container. So if you can see it coming out right there. So super hygienic, right? We're not worrying about like touching and introducing bacteria. And it's a very thick moisturizer that is based, it has coconut oil base as well as jojoba oil, natural antioxidants, as well as great emollients that help to restore the skin barrier. And I personally like this for my own facial moisturizer. So I would say definitely pack this in your hospital bag because you can use it. It's 2 for 1, right? You can use it for your own skin as well as baby skin. And the other thing I wanted to mention for postpartum care as well as prenatal care would be the right here, our baby massage oil, if you can see here. So this is a really interesting blend of 6 organic oils. So there's avocado oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, argan oil, and grapeseed oil. And I think this is a fantastic blend to prevent stretch marks. I used it every day throughout my pregnancy. And then even afterwards, when your body is kind of, you know, your belly is starting to slowly shrink back, to help nourish the skin and regenerate a good epidermal barrier.
Amazing. And I feel like I wish I had that while I was pregnant, but if I have another one, I'll definitely be ordering. I feel like Dale even mentioned when she was chatting a little bit ago around things that people recommended to like take off of your registry, or Dr. Tan, I don't know if you have any thoughts around things that you registered for that you didn't end up using. You know, what would you kind of stray away from? Oh, I think we might have lost Dale, but we can keep talking and we'll work on getting her back.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I would say that's a good question. So I guess going back to like the swaddling issue, I had received all sorts of like amazing, beautiful swaddles, and I just had, I think, a harder time with using some of them. So I would say maybe simplify it and figure out what's going to work best for your lifestyle. And Dale, I'm glad we got you back.
Sorry about that. I don't get something cut out. I was like,
yeah, it's okay.
And what about you, Melanie? Could you remember any that you ended up not using so much?
So I think people told me this, but I definitely didn't listen. Dale, you mentioned zipper onesies. So I did have some zippers, but I still, like, I found some that I really liked that were buttons, and I bought them anyway. And I definitely did not use them as much. So I would say convenience where you can find it. So like you said in the swaddles, like zippers and Velcro over like having to do it yourself. Same thing for onesies. And then also on the clothes front, I feel like really the first couple of months, at least for me, she was just wearing the onesies all day. Like we would switch her obviously, but it was just, it's the most convenient. It's so easy to get them in and out, easy to change them. And they're really comfortable in it. So I felt like it was so tempting to like buy all these cute little outfits, and she really didn't end up wearing a ton of them. So I would say wait until they're a little bit older, when they're actually going places. But before that, they're in the onesies and they're comfortable, and they still look adorable. They look so cute in them.
Oh, I keep hearing that.
Yeah. Is there anything else that people have told you, Dale, like, oh, you got to take that off your registry or you won't need that?
Yeah, definitely a wipe warmer. Everyone says do not get a wipe warmer, and I
Babies.
see that like to be a common one. And then I guess the newborn clothes, while it's good to have some, but I hear that they really grow out of them pretty quickly. So maybe not to have too much newborn clothes, especially because some babies are born bigger than sometimes the newborn clothes. So I hear it's more they'll be in their 3 to 6 months clothes quicker.
Yeah, I
If
think
that's
that
true,
is
if that's
definitely
true
a good
for you
point.
guys.
So what's so funny is everyone told me do not buy newborn, no newborn. I did not buy one newborn
Oh,
item.
you're
And
fine.
then my baby was 5 pounds when she was born. She was so tiny. So she actually had to wear preemie clothes for a little bit. But you know what? It didn't matter because I could Amazon stuff. And that's where Kite Baby is actually really great because their stuff is so stretchy. So like the newborn stuff actually fit her for a while, obviously because she was very tiny. But I don't know if you feel the same way, Dr. Tan, but their sizes, I feel like you get a lot of life out of them because of the fabric. So I find that they fit a little bit longer than other brands.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I had my second daughter is now using the Kite Baby from my first daughter. So, and they've held up so well, you know, with so many different washings. And I was in the same boat as you with like not buying newborn clothing this time around, although my daughter came early as well. And I did some Amazon ordering and it is hard to find the double zippers though. I would
Yes.
say just on Amazon alone, and they are a lifesaver at nighttime. The other thing I was a little disappointed by, thinking of your other question, was I had received some of those magnet pajamas, and I feel like sometimes I don't know if you ever used any of those, but
I did use them. I didn't love them either.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Good to know.
sometimes
I've gotten some gifts. I've gifted some of those before, so it's good to
No,
know they're not.
some people swear by them and love them, but for me, my
Yeah.
baby, and she was so tiny, so I'm like, how are you doing this? But she found her way. She like got out of them. She was like able to like take,
Wow.
like they didn't stay secure on her, and I was always like, how are you managing to do this?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes I can't reach them outside of like the dryer. Sometimes they stick on the dryer, so you can't get them down. And I have to say, I had one patient who developed like an allergic contact dermatitis to it. I think was the magnet, because you know it's real common to develop a
Oh.
sensitivity, especially in older children and in adults. You can develop sensitivity to nickel or different metals, and so I think the magnet was actually causing this chronic dermatitis along her abdomen. So but they are easy in the middle of the night. You know, even if you don't have to zip up a diaper, it makes a big. I mean, to zip up a onesie, it makes a big difference.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, that's good
for
to
sure.
know.
Yeah. And on the wipe warmer, I also didn't order one. I was
Mm-hmm.
told not to. I was told like don't buy things that will then like create a habit or something that you might want to like move away
Mm.
from later. So did not do the white warmer, and I also didn't like warm her bottles when
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
she
heard
had like
that
room temp,
actually.
Yeah, I
and
think it's
she's
child
loved it her whole
dependent.
life, so she's been fine.
Speaking also of nutrition, I don't know. Have you tried the baby Brezza?
Yes, I do have the baby
Yeah.
Brezza, so I know that's like also kind of a divisive topic. Some people love it, some people don't.
It was such a controversy when I posted
Yeah.
it in my registry. I think that was the one that brought up the most controversy. People
Mm.
swore by it, or people
Yeah.
said, do not buy it.
I don't know if you have any thoughts, Dr. Tan. I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can achieve the same results through any blender, even like a Ninja or something, you know, but what's nice about that one is if you decide that you want to make your own food and steam your own food, there are some like easy recipes, and it's super easy that you can literally just like steam it in one device and then kind of like put it right in. And so I used it quite a bit for my daughter, but I do think that there are certainly less expensive ways to achieve the same results.
Yep, definitely.
It's
I'm
good to
trying to
know.
think if there's anything else. Those are like the top ones that come to me, like things that I didn't end up using.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'd love to hear, Dr. Tan, any advice that you have for Dale and anyone else who is on and expecting about, you know, being a parent or becoming a mother for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I work full time, and I think being a full time working mom is definitely the most challenging thing I've ever done, including in comparing it to medical school. But
Wow.
what I have to say, it's also the most rewarding, right? And so I just want you to. I'm so happy for you, Dale. I want you to enjoy every moment of it. Certainly take time for yourself, and you know, try to relax as much as you can before you know, you get into the trenches. And another thing, you know, just I think that as a dermatologist, you know, I always think about skin, and as I mentioned, the skin is absolutely the largest organ in the body, and taking good care of skin from day one is actually really important. And I think that it's something that has been like a little underemphasized in general in medicine, and the ingredients that we're putting on our skin are just as important as what we're really ingesting, right? So I think that you know, starting off from the beginning using healthy products and taking care of your baby's skin is really important, and stay out of the sun for sure.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, I'm so into my skincare routine, and in pregnancy, it's changed. And there's just so much that I put into my skincare routine. Like, why wouldn't I do that for my baby whose skin is probably 10 times more sensitive? And, you know, they're dealing with diapers and stuff that we're not dealing with. And then there's like baby acne, and a lot of things come up. So it's really good to find a brand. It's really great that you guys have such a well thought out, clean products, because then you could trust that, you know, they're also have a great skincare routine.
Yeah. And I love that it's safe for baby and it's also safe for you,
Mhm.
because once you become a mom, like you're gonna forget to like reorder your own skincare. So it's great when
Yeah.
you can just kind of use your babies.
Yeah, exactly.
um,
Yeah.
but for everyone, just a quick reminder, and then I want to give Dale some parting advice.
Oh, thank
Don't forget to email social@nanit.com with a link to your registry, because we will be picking one winner to get a Nanit and EllaOla products, and then one other mystery gift. And I think we'll be announcing that later today. And then my advice for you and anyone who is an expecting mom or parent is, if it's not a problem for you, it's not a problem. Someone told me that and I loved it. Everyone has their perspective, how they think you should do things. So many people are going to offer you their advice, which I'm doing right now. And it's up to you to decide, you know, what you want to do. And you will be so surprised at how fast your like instincts kick in. I didn't think it would happen. Like I felt like before I had a baby, when I would hold my friend's baby, I'd be like, I don't know how to hold this baby. But then you hold your own baby and it's just so natural and you'll know what to do. So just trust your instincts. And if it's not a problem for you, it doesn't have to be a problem. So just remember that. And also don't compare. That's the other one too, which is so hard to do. And like this nature of everything being online and you can see what everyone else is doing. So just just try not to do that, as difficult as it can be. So
I
that's
love that.
my advice. Yeah.
I love that. I feel like we often underestimate our intuition. And I mean, women have been doing this for thousands of years without baby books and social media, and they figured it out. And it's incredible when we really like tune in and listen to ourselves and our bodies, what we really know within ourselves.
Yes, exactly. It's crazy being a mom. Like Dr. Tan said, it's the best job, the best thing in the entire world. It like just changes everything. And it's all the things that people say, like as cliche as it sounds, like it is all of those things. It's so true. That's why you hear it so much. It's a magical thing.
Yeah, I'm so
Um,
excited. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you so much for joining. Quick, I saw a question come through. Nanit is running our Black Friday deals now, so you can absolutely shop our best deals of the season. $100 off our Pro camera, $70 off our Flex Duo, which is our camera on the travel stand. And then we have up to 30% off bundles, 30% off accessories and textiles, really a deal for everyone. So we encourage everyone to check it out at nanit.com. Any deals that we should know of on EllaOla? What should I be shopping?
That's a great question. So there is a Black Friday sale going on right now, including some of the bundle packages, which are, you know, you get a little bit of everything. And I just wanted to put one plug. If you're looking, I forgot to tell you, Dale, if you try these are great products. The baby bath soak. It's like a little tea bag that has antioxidants, dead sea salt in it. colloidal oatmeal, coconut, and prebiotics. So this is something for moms out there who are bathing their daughter or son. Like if you want to hop in the bath and use this right as a little sachet, I think this is a great mom-child indulgence.
Oh, that's so cool. I've never heard of that before. Wow.
Yeah,
it's a
great.
gift.
It's
That's a fun
yeah,
stocking
great
stuffer or
gift.
something.
it's a game changer in terms of your own skin health.
So
Well,
it seems
thank
like
you
the time
both
to
so
stop is
much.
now.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
both.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. This was so great. And I
Yeah.
learned so much. I'm
Me
like,
too. Me too.
No, this
All
was
right,
really
bye.
fun. Thanks for
bye,
joining.
guys.
See ya.